Yo, what's going on? Navy Vet 88. I'm back at y'all with another video. Today we're gonna be talking about spraying rifles. We made a video like this a while back. Got a lot of traction, so I figured I'd do another video because I actually like spraying my rifles. It's just me. A lot of people not with it, but hey, it's how it is. First thing up, you want to make sure that you got your tape right. Make sure your tape game is good. Make sure you're taping off everything that you need to tape off. Next up, you're going to need something to scuff your area up with, some to help with the adhesiveness to make sure that your paint is sticking, because if it doesn't stick, it'll peel off, it'll crack, or whatever the case may be. I mean, it's going to do those things when you use it, but you want to make sure that you're doing the proper work when it comes to your prep work, because prep work is key. As you can see right here, we're going to tape off the stock. And for that reason, we're going to tape off the stock and the buffer tube. You see back here at the castle nut, we're going to keep that taped off as well. We're not worried about the QD plate, but, we'll keep it taped. As you can see, trigger as well. And with the mag well, we're going to use just a spare mag to, pretty much put in there to make sure that no paint gets inside of the mag well unintentionally. As you can see right here, we are taped and prepped and ready to go. We've done our scuff up. We've got our extra mag. So let's get to spraying. Let's make sure that we don't get no overspray, of course. We want to make sure that we're keeping that trigger group protected and the control group, basically. So we're taping everything off inside of there. We don't want to get anything on our buffer spring, buffer, trigger assembly, anything like that. We want to make sure that we get all of the paint onto the lower receiver and only on the lower receiver. Coming over here, as you can see, we're going to protect the stock and the positions of the stock and where it can go. We don't want to get a lot of paint inside of there or make it hard for the stock to go in and out in the position that we want to have it in when it comes to shooting. So you want to make sure not only do you tape off that, but you also tape off everything on the back end. So as you can see, I used the towel to pretty much protect everything from the buffer tube all the way back to the stock. And this is us doing our first spray. The first spray is pretty light. I'm not going too super heavy because I know that I'm going to do 2 coats on both sides when it comes to the spray. So we're just pretty much misting it around. Certain areas we're kind of hitting a little harder than others. But for the most part, we're just getting a good spray job on it. I'm not worried as much about the handle or the grip because I typically go with goon tape on all of the grips of all of my pistols and rifles. So the B5 stock, the B5 pistol grip is a really good grip, but for this aspect of what we're running this rifle, we're not worried as much about it. We're just here using the B5 system pistol grip for the feel more than anything. As you can see, we're gonna get ready to go through, do a second coating. And as you can see, I'm spraying a little high, but that's why I taped off my trigger control group as well as all of the other internals to make sure that nothing gets any type of excess spray on them. We might get a little bit of spray up along the upper trigger area, but it's nothing that will be, stopping the function or anything like that. As far as the buttons are concerned, we're not too worried about the buttons, the safety selector, the bolt catch, the mag release. We're not worried too much about those because we use them so often when you're actually operating your rifle that I don't think that it will cause any type of malfunctions or any type of issues. Just because those are points on the rifle that I feel are used the most. The trigger, the safety selector, the bolt catch release, and as well the magazine release. And I feel like we press and utilize those and manipulate those with our thumbs so much that over time, whatever paint that was sticky or was, caked on, it'll eventually break. It'll break itself in just because of the fact that we use those parts a lot. When it comes to the trigger, though, I'm a little more iffy with that. As you can see, we're coming over here with our second coat of paint, and now we're just kind of spreading a little bit harder to make sure that we're covering all of those spaces. When it comes to the B5 Systems pistol grip, as you can see at the bottom, it's not one of the ones that has the cap so that you can hold anything inside of it, like batteries or anything of that nature. So I don't really mind it being open and any type of excess spray getting inside of it. Some people don't like it, but, that's just me. Finally, we're going to finish it up with a clear coat. This clear coat is a matte clear. As you can see, not a lot of people understand the clear coat process, and I try to tell people that it's just like painting a car. A lot of people get that gritty, nasty feel when it comes to spraying their rifles or pistols or whatever when they're using them, and a lot of it has to do with them not using a proper clear coat after they've applied their paint, and it'll eventually rub off a whole lot better. And you know, it has no protection on it when it comes to the hand touching it or anything like that. So always make sure that when you're done painting, use some clear coat. As you can see, here's the final product. I think it turned out really well. I think the receiver actually is about the same color as the Aero Precision that you can buy from Aero. And as you can see, the internals, we made sure that nothing got painted on the inside. As you can see, it's still clear. I appreciate y'all watching this video. It's Navy Vet 88. I'm holla at y'all. Peace.